We've been telling you about the staggering number of overdose deaths from the opioid epidemic, but tonight, a new perspective.
A funeral home director sharing the story of what he has been seeing. David Highfield joins us with that. David.
Ken and Susan, we just heard this week about the coroner in Dayton, Ohio, who literally ran out of room for bodies because of all the opioid deaths. Well, funeral homes are seeing the effect. The director I talked to tonight hasn't had to increase staff, but he suspects others have.
You get emotional.
Scott Beinhauer from Beinhauer Family Funeral Homes tells me you can't help but be affected by it. The number of young people dying from the opioid epidemic.
Everybody affects me emotionally, but a young person, you know, I've got 3 girls, 16, 13, and 8. And, you know, I've cared for, you know, families who have lost 16-year-olds, 13-year-olds.
He says the number of overdose deaths is a major change since he started in the business 25 years ago. The biggest jump in the last 5 years.
The number of families and that increase, I don't think we were prepared for that.
The rise in overdose deaths in Allegheny County is staggering, from 227 in 2010 to 613 last year, a number that now exceeds murders, suicides, and car crashes combined. In April, Allegheny County's medical examiner told our news partners at the Post-Gazette that overdose deaths are putting a strain on his office. We spoke with Beinhauer at their location in Peters Township, which is in Washington County, where the problem is also frightening. There were 73 overdose deaths there in 2015. That number jumped to 109 last year. As part of that, parents are burying their adult children.
Which is not the natural sequence of how life is supposed to play out.
Unfortunately, he doesn't see the problem going away anytime soon.
It's so easy to get, and there's so much of it out there.
He tells me it used to be when young adults died, the cause was often a car crash or suicide. Now he says very often it is drugs. Susan?